time off?
I did not. I went directly to the coordinator and asked if my grandmother was going to be actually something that was going to be allowed. And he provided me the Office of Labor Relations, and he also provided me the website for New York City's Family Leave and Medical Leave Act, informing me that it might not be approved because she's my grandmother and not a direct family member like my mother or my father or my child or my husband, which I don't have a husband. So that on that reasoning, I decided not to. They did say that the most they can do is give me a week of unpaid leave, but again, that would have caused me to have an issue since I would have had to report it as second employment to the office, have it approved, and unfortunately, I cannot double dip. I cannot receive income from the city and then receive income from the city again by working and getting paid through Medicaid.
All right. Any other questions, Ms. Sharma?
One second. The last part she said. The last part you said, Ms. Rashid, I couldn't figure out. You didn't want to work 2 jobs?
It's not allowed for city staff to work 2 jobs that both consist of full-time hours. That's part of the New York City Civil Servant Employment Code of Conduct and laws.
But isn't it true? You can request and you can basically the Code of Conduct says you can request what you call you can inform and request a waiver. Multiple the city employees work for private and other companies.
Ms. Sharma, it's not about the waiver. It's about the hours also. The waiver applies if you're working overnight. The employment with my mother, or I'm sorry, I keep on telling her my mother, but she's my grandmother. The employment with my grandmother requires that I was available at all times, which was causing issues also within my job because I was on the phone talking to her doctors and translating while I was still at work. Not only on that basis, but it's on the basis that city rule does not allow you to work another full-time job while you're conducting business during 9 to 5 when you're working for the city. Also, city rules mandate that you cannot have a full-time job. You can have a part-time, less than 20 hours working, but it has to be in different schedule than what you do with the city. I had worked as a labor relation analyst. I know I worked a short amount of time, but under that short amount of time, I made it my mission to know all city rules and regulations.
Okay, Judge, I don't have more questions or anything.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask for final statements. I'm going to start with the employer. I'm going to conclude with the claimant. Final statement for the employer.
Yes. Claimant basically resigned from job without knowing that her grandmother's whether she will be the health care aide for her grandmother. There is nothing on the record that shows her grandmother will be approved or was approved for the hours she requested. So claimant basically resigned without having a bona fide job offer. So I'm requesting the determination be upheld.
Okay, and Ms. Rashid, your final statement?
Your Honor, I'm basically stating that I did resign with a good cause under the New York Labor Law Section 593. When it came to the inapplicability of FMLA leave, according to Code 29 of the federal regulation, it basically involves a serious health condition in according